That's a hell of a branch. That was a hell of a branch. In Swahili we used to say you attend the ship ukilala na viatu. Those who work there know it. Times you go there, you are sleepy, you need to do some work plan. Actually, the worst thing that happened to me, there was a time I used to blanch the sausages. There was one night I came and messed up when I had some chilies to cut. Sleep caught up with me, then something told me to hold my my eyes. Hello, welcome back to the Journey series. Today we have a new guest, and he's a special one because for all the 10 episodes that we've been having in the series were all about coffee and all things to do with coffee industry. But today we found a very close friend of mine. He's called Ojoh. He's a professional chef in Nairobi. He's just here to show us and explain how he found himself to be to the place where he is now, and I hope you learn one or two things out of his journey. And yeah, thank you so much, Ojoh, for joining us.
Welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hi viewers, my name is William Ojoh. I'm a chef by profession, and I'm here to present to you my story in the profession of culinary arts. Welcome.
So how has your journey been?
So far so good. It's had some ups and downs, but for now I can say I'm comfortable from the far I've come up to now.
So I think you can give us your story since where you came from.
Okay.
How you grew, how you knew you wanted to be a chef.
Okay. My home county is Siaya County, a place called Alego in Usonga County, in Usonga sub-county, sorry. So actually, let me start from where I started. I started my profession as a chef at Kenya Polytechnic, currently known as Technical University of Kenya. I did my course in food and beverage service and food and beverage production. So I'm good at both service and production. I can brag about that. From there, I had my first attachment at Pampa Churrascaria. That was based in Panari Sky Center. It was a Brazilian steakhouse. That's where I did my first attachment. From there, I was transferred to Pampa, which was based in Kitengela. Actually, at Pampa, I took like 2 years as an attachment. Then from there, I got employed permanently for like 3 years. That was the third year where I got employment at Pampa Churrascaria. From there, I moved to Java House.
So let me cut you short. Did you always grow up knowing you wanted to be a chef, or
not really? I had 3 professions in my mind. First of all, I was thinking of doing media. I love doing radio. I don't know why I just love listening to music and talking to myself. That's why I remove my stress through music. I just love listening to music. Then the second option was now being a chef. So after clearing my secondary education, I had to sit down, collect myself, and think of what to do. So in relation to my qualifications, what I came with from high school, I saw actually I was heading to the culinary sections. That's why I decided to be a chef.
Is culinary.
Oh, yeah. I even admire seeing my mother cook some pilau. At times I got burnt using the cardamom seeds. I just went there and peeped, and once I get hold of something hot, there's one time I was burnt here, the whole of my finger was burnt, and that was where I learned my lesson. I tried staying out of fire, but still I was stuck. I just wanted to have something to cook, so that's why I got stuck to cooking. Okay, I was at Java House for 4 years. Java gave me some exposure, I won't lie. It was quite a tough place. Two, I had some lessons to learn. First of all, I like to shout out to Chef Ojoh. Very few know what went through with Chef Ojoh, but he's the guy. I know we crossed paths at some time, but it was in a way to expose me to the chef world. In Java, if you can't stand pressure, you can't work at Java. That's one thing for sure. Everyone who has worked at Java knows that. If you can't work under pressure, then there's no way you can work at Java. So to Chef Ojoh, thank you. You're one hell of a brother, I know.
So in your technical experience, or rather in your school times, what are the challenges that you're going with?
First was having to know everything in the kitchen. At the college, that's where I learned to see some of the things I'd never seen, like commercial ovens. I was used to these home ovens, the domestic ones. At home we used to have 2 burner gas, so that one I knew I just had to switch off. So once I came to the kitchen, practically that's why I saw the big ones, the one with the 4 burners, a whole big fridge, and was like, hey, will I have to know? Then the second one was having to learn how to work in different stations. Kenya Poly is a good one, I won't lie, because there you had to do marketing, you had to cook, and you had to serve your food. So once you're out of that place, you know, at least you can open your own restaurant and know how to run it. It was quite a task, but I came through very strong, and that's why I'm proud of where I am right now.
So how was your experience in the management time? What were the challenges you went through? I know at some point in your career, you turned as a trainee, and trainees go through a lot in the hospitality industry. What were some of the challenges?
One challenge was actually how to chop vegetables. I used to admire my chef. He was called Chef Paul Mutava. Big up chef. This guy used to cut these things very fast. I don't know how he used to do it, so I was just like sitting there and watching him do it. When I go home, I try it myself. There was a time I even cut my finger. But with the time, I came to do it, and now I'm quite comfortable. I can do very well with it. Okay, and there's one thing with the time management, depending with the food you're preparing. If you're slow and you're cooking something very delicate and it needs to be with the time, it has a time limit, there's a way you must just have to learn how to do it. So I won't lie, it's quite a challenge, but once you're done, you're good to go.
So I remember we worked with you at Java. What has been your experience at the Java restaurant? And
Sorry?
how many restaurants did you work in? How was the experience with different people?
So up to date. Apart from Java, I've worked at Pampa Juriscaria. There was some point I did work for some 2 days at Mambo Italia. Actually it's Java, Mambo Italia, and right now I'm at the grind. This is where I'm based right now. At least I can manage myself. I'm the head chef at the place right now.
Before you came into the grind, I remember you also worked at the JKI. What was your experience there?
That's a hell of a branch. That was a hell of a branch. In Swahili we used to say you attend the ship ukilala na viatu. Those who work there know it. Times you go there, you are sleepy, you need to do some work plan. Actually, the worst thing that happened to me, there was a time I used to blanch the sausages. There was one night, just one shift, I was blanching some sausage. Then I came and messed up when I had some chilies to cut. Sleep caught up with me, then something told me to hold my eyes.
I was irritated very bad. So actually, Jom, I did like 3 years. I was a legend. I did 3 years. Most people used to do half a year, 1 year, and then they leave. But I did 3. So that's where I learned how to work for the night shift. I'd never worked at night shift for some time. So that at Jomo, that's where I learned to do my whole work as for the night shift. Where you at times you work from 3 p.m. up to 3 p.m. the next day. Once you leave there, you're exhausted. You take a bus to home, you sleep, then you find yourself somewhere very far from your place where you used to be. But I came out very strong.
So in your entire culinary experience, what advice would you give the younger generation or anyone who is interested in joining the culinary world?
The first point is resilience. You have to develop a tough skin. Because at times you work with the craziest people on earth, and what you hear at times, if you are that person with a soft heart, you end up giving up. The second one is being disciplined. No, that was the hardest part. The time sometimes you get pressure, you end up clashing with one of your colleagues. At times you even have to fight. But that didn't happen to me. Those who know, I've never fought.
So does it mean the experience we see on TV, like on the Hell's Kitchen, and we see Chef Francis very harsh in the kitchen? Is that the same experience in the kitchen? Or
That's what happens in the kitchen. It's not a massage parlor. It's not a massage parlor. And it's not heaven where you enter and you get sung for, and that's quite a task. So you just have to be resilient, be disciplined, and you're good.
So what has been your worst moments in the kitchen?
Can I mention someone? I don't mention someone. But on the positive side, I can say any person I mention the positive side, you are good. I won't mention the bad one. There was this time I was working under pressure, and there's one colleague of mine. I don't know where his mind was. He came. I know I was on the wrong side to some reason, because there was some delay with some orders. So this guy came crashing in, shouting left hand and center, shouting, hurling abuses. And one thing with me, I don't like abuses. If you abuse me, we go the wrong way. So he kind of told me something that didn't get well with me. And I told him, to that point you've reached, I don't think we can work with you, and I don't think I'm comfortable with working in your own shift. So it ended up being bad. I was sent home and suspended for a while. So I actually had to go home and have some rest, because it was a bad day. The way they say, there are some days the way you at your office you don't have a good day. So I had to go, take some time home before I went back. I had to stay home for 2 weeks. Then from there we headed to the head office, sorted things out. Up to now we are cool. Actually, where I left is a good guy. We talk a lot nowadays. It was bad, but I won't want to go further than that.
And what are your best experiences?
Wow. Exposure, meeting new people, meeting new clients, working with new colleagues. Everywhere you go, you meet new people, different experiences. It's very awesome working in the hotel industry.
Any accidents you've ever caused in the kitchen?
Wow. I have a lot, and can I show you my feet? There was a time I got burnt in the feet, but this one was not at work. I was home. I used to cook mandazis. Not mandazis, donuts. So there was a time there was blackout. I was staying in a self-confused house. I know what I mean. I don't want to say a single house. So I was looking for where to find some light from my torch, and accidentally I lifted my feet and it hit the pan. So the oil had to come and split all the way in my foot. That was the worst experience I've ever had in the kitchen.
See, if we're talking about kitchen, it's even in the home kitchen and the hotel kitchen. So my worst experience was in the home kitchen where I burnt myself the whole feet, but it's now healed. I thank God.
So are you a chef also in the house? As in, you do professionally cooking?
I have a chef in the house. Caroline Mwende, you are the best chef, even better than me. Much love. Your food is awesome. You and my mom, you are the best cooks. You know, the best chefs. When I'm home, I'm a cook because I know I have a chef.
So what meal do you really love preparing? What's your best meal?
Wow, I have quite a lot. I don't know which is one. I love cooking rice. Whoa, I love cooking rice. Be it pilau, biryani, white rice, steamed rice, veggie rice. I just admire cooking rice, but not all rices. You know, do you have a plural of the word rice? Rices. Do you know? No, not all rice are good. There must be specific rice. There are some rice that once you cook, you just say like, this is awesome. But I love doing rice. Chapati I can't. I know some of them. I can't do chapati. Once I do chapati, inakuwa sacrament. It's hard, crusty, and you can't eat it unless you do with water.
So, which kind of cuisines do you know? Yani, how many types of cuisines have you come across?
So far I've done 3 Brazilian, a little bit of Chinese. African is obvious. African is obvious. But I love Brazilian because I love meat. Those guys eat meat. Sana sana pork. Mi napenda pork. I love pork. I love pork. That's the best meat I know. And salads. I love doing salads.
Also salad.
My salads are awesome.
Salad.
Mine, from here. I have one called grind special salad. We have chicken salad. We have garden salad, the simplest one every chef can do, even a cook can do. Even my daughter can do. That one I swear. Garden salad is very simple. But I love doing salads too, apart from rice.
So, the grind, how did you come? By the way, you did not tell us how you found your way into Java, then your way into grind.
It's God. It's God.
So, take us through.
For the Java, it was quite a funny one. Like I told you before earlier, I used to work at Pampa Juriska area. So it was during the Christmas Eve, around 23rd. That's when I received a call from Java. I remember the name of the HR was called Shiro. I can't remember the English name. She's called who, Shiro? Christine. Christine called me around 5 there it was around 3. She called me and asked if I'm William. I told her yes. I'm glad to inform you that you've been invited for an interview of Java. By then it was called Java Coffee and Nairobi Java House Coffee and Tea. Yeah. That was around 23rd. Actually, it was like an early Christmas present because 23rd, 24th, then 25th. I couldn't stay easy. I was like, God, thank you. At least I have a job, something permanent in a big company like Java. Now I used to do Kibanda. Now I'm in Java. It was around 2013. Yeah, if I can remember, it was around 2013. So from there, I went for the interview. I remember Shiro was there. I had Chef Ojoh. The interview went well, and I was given an opportunity to start as a cook. So for the whole 4 years, I had a good experience. The pressure hardened me, so at least that's why I knew I could work in the kitchen very well. Then around 2013 Java, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. That's when I was called at the grind. By then I was at Java Sarit Center. And let's go back to Java. Java, I've worked in many branches. I started with Unafric.
Chef Wainaina and Chef Ezekiel Mulonzi. Those were the first taught of mine. The ones who taught me how to do Java. Wainaina and Mulonzi, big up. From there I went to Valley Arcade, where I met Chef Rooney and Chef Keronye. Chef Keronye, they have a smiling chef. He never shouts even when he asks you for order. You still, Chef, what are you saying? That's how Chef Keronye speaks. From Valley Arcade, I went to ABC. ABC was the best branch to work with. I was working close to the HR. So anything I did, and the CEO, so I was good. I even cooked for the CEO for once. He said the food was awesome. Then from ABC, I went to Junction. From Junction, I had a bit of 360, though part of Java. I don't know if it's the same company or not. So I can add 360 to different branches, to Java or different restaurants. Yeah. So 360, you are different. You are not Java. 360, I worked for 3 days. That's the shortest I've worked in a place. 3 days only. It was quite an experience because I didn't know how to make pizza, but I saw them do it, and I had to capture a little bit. Then from 360, I went to Java Waiyaki Way. How many branches are those? So, Unafric, Valley Arcade, ABC, Waiyaki Way. From my Waiyaki Way, I went to Jomo, a hell of 4 years. From Jomo, I went to Galleria. Oh my God, that was the worst branch, I swear. On Sundays, it was hot. From Galleria, I went to Sarit Center. Then from Sarit Center, I went to West Square. Wow, how many? Those are 8 branches. From West Square, I worked for 2 hours. 2 hours only. Because Sarit was on fire. There was some inferno there. Just a little inferno, so we were transferred to there to West Square to work for some 2 hours. Just to help push the shift because they were busy. From West Square, I went back to Galleria. Then to Sarit. Sarit actually was the last branch I worked in at Java. Chef Evans Kidero, quite an awesome chef. We worked in Jomo, came back and met at Sarit. Short like me, good chef, soft spoken. It was a hell of a Java. Thank you very much. Then from Java, I came to the grind. So in late 2019, around September, that's where I was invited for an interview at the grind where I'm currently based. It was an interview and a half. For the first time, I had to do like 3 sessions. There was one meeting with investor 1. There was a second one, a verbal one, meeting with the investors number 2. Then the third one was actually a practical one, where I had to do kitchen organization, how I wanted my kitchen to be done, and then how to design the menu. It was a first one. I've never done such an thing before, but I had to do my best from, like I told you, the experiences I'd had from Java Pampa Juris Career and Java House Africa. Believe me, it went through, and up to now I can confidently say that I'm okay, and most of the things I've done, people say they are good. Thank you very much. He's one guy who has sampled one, and he loves my potatoes too. I know. So at the grind, the slogan is where your grind comes to a halt. It's such a beautiful place, ambience, hospitable. If you're a book lover, we have shelves here with books. If you love food, you have food. We have the barista counter, anything you want apart from alcohol. We don't do alcohol at all. We are halal, so we don't do alcohol. But you're welcome anytime from around 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. 4 p.m. is the time we close. So between that range of that time, you can come, have your meal, and see the place and admire. It's based at Wilson Airport, in Skyward Express building, Karibuni.
So what's the best menu?
At the moment, I have one sandwich I love doing a lot, though it's quite a challenge when you're in a rush and you're doing it.
It's called signature heavenly sandwich. It uses like four slices of bread. It has turkey slices, it has chicken, and it has beef bacon. It comes with any accompaniment you want, whether it's fruit, salad, fries, or you want it with nothing, you can have it. Then with the salad, I have one that I love most and I can eat it all through. It's called chicken salad. I have one public figure who loves the chicken salad. Can I name him? He's an MP. He's called, it's quite a name. He's the MP. He's one of the MPs in the coast. He's called Swami. The name imepotea. But Governor Ojoh came here, ate our chicken, said it was awesome. One regular guy is former Senator Hassan Omar. He likes our food, sana, fish. He likes one smoothie called green smoothie. I'm not a barista, but I can't tell you what's in it because that's the barista's secret. Anasemangi namtolea kitambi. Nowadays, he does not have kitambi. You can see, take a look at him. You'll see amepunguza kitambi kidogo. King Kaka has been here. He loves our masala and fish curry. Anasemanga it's the best. Who else? That guy ate chicken salad by the way, nimekumbuka. Alikuwa amekaa huko kwa kona. He said it was awesome and he called me the OG. I don't know what OG means. But I'm the OG, I know. I'm the OG. Hey, I've served many people. Some mwingine hata na wasawa akipoleni. And Kevin here. He's had my samosas. Morgan has had my samosas. Christine Waruguru ate my wings akasema niko juu. Thank you. Asante sana. Yeah, you can try this. These are potato wedges. If you want it spicy, I can do it spicy. I love using the toothpick because inakula kidogo na ndio ni tamu. I'd like to advise those who want to take the profession of a chef. Like I said before, be disciplined. Have that urge to learn more. At least when you meet different people, you learn how to do different things. Like at least for now, I can say I still have an idea of how Brazilians do their meat. I can apply it once invited. By the way, I'm a private chef too. If you have an event, you can invite me. About the bill, we can talk on the side. I'm not that expensive, but you can try me. I guarantee you satisfaction in any services I'll provide. So for the lesson, like I said, persistence, hard work, and being disciplined. When you have those three, you're good to go. You can be one of the best chefs. You never know. Just try it. That's what I can tell you for now. Finally, I like to appreciate some of the people in my life. First of all, my wife, Caroline Mwende. She's from Eastern. I'm from Luo, and Luo men are romantic and the best chefs, you know. It's true. If you find a Luo chef, he's romantic. He can give you anything you want. He's flexible. Ametoka kazi amechoka, but he can still perform in the kitchen and whatever else you want to know me. I don't know what you are thinking, but you are good. I can guarantee you that. And then to Morgan, thank you. I know you've come from far. And I love what you are doing. Thank you for the stage. At least nimeonekana na YouTube. I always see people on YouTube. People subscribe to Gantez Creations. Kevo, a brother, a neighbor. I call him Puga. I don't know what Puga means, but he knows. It's not a bad name. Just tunajokingi hivyo. Koli is one of my best friends, very close friend. Nikiwa na siri, that's where I go to. Chumvi Kisha. Chumvi naishanga aje by the way. Sukari Kisha. Yeye ndio branch yangu. Yeah. I'm finished. Hata hapa chumvi Kisha kama sasa imeisha by the way. Nimetoboa siri chumvi imeisha. Itabidi nimejipanga venye nitakujia saa hii. But thank you anyway. You guys are welcome at the grind. Mekaribishwa. One of the
just come. Siwezi sema ati the best unless you guys come and experience it. That's when you give us what you've gone through within the establishment. Asanteni sana.